Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
I'm here with my man, Travis Ruvolo, right?
Ruvolo, yes. Yep.
Ruvolo. I'm sorry, I crushed it. I'm terrible at this. You would think I do this for a living or something, but I'm terrible at it. Of all the people that I want to get on the podcast to talk about K4, you are the man I wanted to get on here the most. You have shown some serious heart in the cage. You haven't had success yet in the K4 cage, but you fought the who's who of K4. I've seen you've been like taken down. You get up, you're like, "What's up? Let's fight," you know. And like you have an awesome video, your TikTok video that you posted today on your story. Oh man, dude, I was pumped up watching that, watching you train, get ready to go. The music, dude, everything is just spot on that. And then in your last outing, dude, you were in that kimura. That was probably the most brutal kimura I've ever seen live that didn't result in a shoulder separation. And dude, you survived that, and you didn't even tap out. The referee came in and stopped the match. First of all, what did you think about that stoppage?
It was a little, 2 minutes hanging out in that. It would have been. He asked me if I was all right, so I gave him the thumbs up. The worst part about it was in the beginning. Later, around the time he stopped it wasn't that bad. It was worse in the beginning.
Did you feel your opponent fatiguing at that point?
Huh?
Like, did you feel your opponent fatiguing at that point, like trying to finish that submission? He was in it a really long time.
Yeah, he was pretty deep. I was kind of sitting up. I was in the middle trying to sit up when he stopped it, but it was really deep. I couldn't. It was stuck back there. I wasn't getting it out. Maybe
at any point,
I was sitting up a little bit more. It was coming.
At any point, did you think it was going to pop out or separate or break? Have you seen any videos where that happens in the kimura?
No, I didn't. I was just trying not to get submitted. That was the whole plan right there.
I love the fact that you did that and you were so tough. I was calling the fights with Ben Field and Ray Ayers, and Ray was like watching real close, and Ben was like this, dude. Ben couldn't even watch it. He had to look away. He was covering his eyes. Man, it was one of the most surreal moments I've ever had calling a fight. I felt like I was in the UFC. You don't see heart like yours anywhere, dude. And because of that, I wanted to get you on this podcast so bad, and I'm glad that you're here. What got you into K4? Why are you fighting K4? I know you guys are coming in a little bit of a distance.
Well, that's where Eric pretty much picked. So I pretty much go where he says. He said K4. He said it's good. Everything about it's good, and from what I've seen, it's I like it. So
yeah, promoter Keith Ferran has done a great job putting this show together. This organization, he's got us. We like to broadcast and like give you guys some spotlight and make sure that we get you out there. We started that Caveman's Corner Fund. We give away money to the fighters, like fight of the night, submission of the night, knockout of the night, and that guy could not win submission of the night because he didn't actually submit you. So he was a little upset too because it wasn't submission, dude. It was a TKO. The ref stopped it, so no submission of the night for him.
Ooh. No highlight reel there.
Yeah, your toughness cost that man $200.
Yeah, good. I waited. I was back there for a while, just waiting to go out there, and I was out there for 2 minutes. I was like,
yeah. What kind of fighter do you think you are? I mean, you show some really good striking, and it seems like you had some trouble on the ground. But honestly, dude, the guys that you're fighting are like, not one of them has not been a very skilled grappler. I would be very interested to see you match up with a striker or like a wrestler without really good submission skills. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. I know Mason Lewis was really good. I know Eric told me he was a wrestler. I didn't really figure Greco until after. I realized that during because he was throwing me around. And the other guy, I didn't really get to find out because right to that kimura right away. I was a wrestler in high school though. I did pretty decent in high school, and then that was as far as wrestling went for me. I was in the military. I did some combatives there, but the extent of my mixed martial arts is right here. You're seeing it. That's pretty much it.
You landed some very good strikes on Mason Lewis, and he's a hard cat to hit. He's short. he moves in and out quick. He ties you up really good, and you were still able to hit him up a little bit, and you even enough where it felt like you had a lot of momentum in that third round for a little bit. I can't wait to see you. You're fighting a guy from Hyson this time, right?
Yeah. He's from North Carolina, I believe. Right?
Yeah. That's another good school. Brian Battle originally came out of there, UFC tough winner. So I know their school is going to be good, but man, I'm excited to see you get in there. And this is his debut, correct?
Yeah. He had a kickboxing match elsewhere, but I haven't seen any tape on him. Sometimes I kind of like it better that way.
I look for film on him too. I'm already in the point where I'm doing film studying on the fighters, and I couldn't find anything on him either. So like you're really easy because I've watched you fight a bunch of times now. So like I already know how you fight. So like your film study is really easy. I don't even need to do it now because man, you're one of the highlights of K4. I think you're one of the most exciting fighters. Both of your fights we've talked about on the podcast over and over and over again, man. I'm so excited that you come out and you're so tough, dude. I think you might be the toughest fighter in K4. Do you feel like that?
I appreciate it. I'm hoping I can get the W this time around.
Yeah. What does a typical training camp look like for you? What's your fight week? What's your training week like before the fight? Not like fight week where you're tapering down, but like your main training week.
It's well between I work nights, so I about 9:30, 10 o'clock, all the way up until about 8 in the morning working, and then I'll probably fall asleep about 10, wake up at 4, and then 4 to about, well, I leave the house at 4:30. I get down there at 5, so I'm training from 5 to about 7:15 every day, Monday through Friday, and that's pretty much it. I don't really do anything aggressive. I got at home in the basement. I got a whole wrestling mat set up down there, some bags and stuff. So sometimes on the weekend I'll go down there, but usually I head down to a week. I'm down there for a little less than 2 hours, Monday through Friday, unless something pops up with the kids.
2 hours is a long time, man. That's a lot of good training. That's that's 10 hours a week that you're committing just to do this amateur. For you guys that don't know, these guys don't get paid. So if you put in K4 and Travis's last name, he will get credit for the ticket sales. There's only a couple days left to buy tickets because after Friday at noon, the fighters no longer get credit for the tickets. So if you've been holding out to buy tickets from Travis, make sure you put in K4
Ruvolo, yes.
Ruvolo. I'll get it by the fight time, man. Ruvolo.
Sorry, it gets messed up a lot. It's not that bad. I've seen worse, heard worse.
Ruvolo. I will not get it wrong on the fight. I did the last 2 times, so I won't get it wrong this time. That's another reason I wanted to talk with you is I want to learn how to say your last name too, as stupid as that sounds. Yep. Because until you hear it, it's like I say it different, Ben says it different, and Ray says it different. So we all had a different way to say your last name. So it's nice to actually hear you say it. And then before the fight, as stupid as this sounds too, I listen to all the podcasts. I listen to the guys say their name over and over again so I can get it right when it's time to actually go on the podcast. So I don't have to think about what my next question is going to be. Yeah. It's always hard to remember. Like I don't really remember anything that we talk about because I'm always like thinking about what's next and listening to what you're saying and then thinking what I want to ask after that. So there's always a lot going on in my little tiny caveman pea brain. So on the weekends, you just rest and recovery then? Do you do like ice baths?
Yeah.
Like that?
Well, I work nights and then I kind of work another part-time job with my buddy Josh, who's also a sponsor of mine. He owns his own construction business. So when he needs help, I help him out during the day. So when I'm not working, I'm training or sleeping. It's kind of, sometimes I only get 4 hours of sleep. Sometimes I get 3, 5. Weekends, I'm boom, done. Sleeping right away.
Man, let's definitely sell some tickets for Travis. We got 14 people watching. He should sell 14 tickets right now. Make sure you guys go there and buy tickets right now. Where it always is, just go to riverworks.com and you can find the tickets and get them right now. What is your stand-up like? How much stand-up do you do? How much grappling do you do? What makes your striking look so good when you're fighting?
I don't natural, maybe? Is it natural? We kickboxing, and we do it twice a week. We grapple 3 times a week. I usually get there an hour early, so I'll run for a half an hour and then keep that pace up and then hit the bags and put some weighted gloves on. I'll run, and then when class starts, we'll do either jiu-jitsu or kickboxing, and then I'm out
Piper's,
at 7:15. Go right
Piper's
to
your roommate, right? Corey
yeah,
Piper.
yeah, yep.
So you guys bang out. His striking looks really good too. Like, it may not be technically like perfect, but you guys really find a mark a lot when you throw your fists. Like, both you guys have a high accuracy rate, which is this is pretty impressive.
He's tough. Oh yeah, he's tough.
What's it like training with him?
It's fun. Eric's always Eric's always getting on us, telling us to go harder because I don't know, we go soft on each other. I don't know, but he's always telling us to hit each other more.
Yeah, he had a tough fight last time, but the fight before that, dude, he laid that man out. It was crazy.
Yeah, I looked down, looked back up, it was over. Boom, done.
That guy didn't want no more. He's like, man, that really hurt. I am not getting up.
Yeah, that happened. I missed it. That's how
For
quick
sure.
it was.
You got a lot of ink, man. What are your tattoos mean? Especially the chest piece, the one that goes the necklace.
I got the dog tags. I got that when I was in the Army. I was stationed in Virginia, so I got those done. The wings and the Superman symbol right here in the middle. That's for my best friend. He passed away, so that tattoo's for him. I got Ride or Die on my ribs. I got that also when I was in the military. I got my daughter's portrait right here. I got that as well when I was in the military. And then I got the American flag over here.
Man.
I got some quotes with my fiance on there as well.
Yeah, I was never able to see the quotes when you fight. Like, I can see most of your tattoos. Some of the writing's hard to see. But dude, you're tatted up and you look like you're ready for business.
Yeah, it's ready to roll. I got the angel and the devil whispering in my ear on my neck. Yeah, nickname on my back, my shoulder, between my shoulder blades.
Nice.
I believe that's about it. I got about 8 of them.
That's about it, dude. I got one of my students has tattoos over like every inch of his body. He's even got like his butt and stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, like I understand the desire to do that. I honestly don't have any yet. I want to get this tattooed over my heart though, and that's gonna be my first tattoo, I think.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So you got any recommendations? Anyone local, you know?
Well, I'm down here in Sarah, Pennsylvania. I'm a little bit away from you.
Yeah.
But I usually go to Electric Zombie. Jailhouse Inc. has done a couple of my tattoos as well. There's another place out in Cortland I went for the neck tattoo. I just can't remember the name. I'm not going to go back to them. Yeah, the guy started falling asleep while he was tattooing me. I was like, hey, buddy, just right on my neck.
Man.
Yeah, so I'm not going back there. I drove about 2 hours away for that one, too.
Oh, man, that sucks. That's terrible. That sounds like a horrible experience.
Yeah, I'm not going back there.
Do you like it? It looks all right.
I do like, I do like it. As long as you don't stare at it too long up close, you won't be able to pick out any problems with it.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like I saw those two especially. Like I can see those on the monitor when you fight, and they look great on the like broadcast monitor that we have.
Yeah.
So, you look like really serious when you fight, man. Like your tattoos look really good. I love it.
Ready to roll.
Man, you got a lot of love coming through. Brittany Frisbee.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Catlin, Tanya, dude, Laura. Man, you might be the biggest fan favorite on here. Oh, Charles Bacon, there's a guy.
Yeah,
Caesars is called.
That's my uncle. Oh, that's the tattoo place in Cortland.
Yeah, that's cool. We had this other guy, Austin. He's got like a bunch of 40-year-old ladies that always chime in when he's on, and then Ray's got the grandmas. But Tanya's his mom.
Yep, that's my mom.
Oh, your mom's on too, dude. That's awesome. Do they all come and watch you fight, or they get the pay-per-view, or
they get the pay-per-view? Yeah, they don't drive down to Buffalo. It's quite a hike for them.
All right. I promise not to say anything bad about Travis this time. I promise not to say that his arm's about to pop out of the socket like last time. I was really excited. Baddest man in New York.
That's my
He
brother.
is definitely. I think he is probably the toughest man that we have on K4. Richard.
That's my dad.
Yeah. Olivia. He got fangs. Trav stays ready for business. Dude, you are well loved, man. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Lots of love. And dude, before we came on, Travis picked up his dog and showed me his dog, and it
Glitch.
is the cutest dog of all time, man. It's so weird that he's such a tough ass dude's got such a cute little dog. It's part pit though. I'm sure it's badass too, but it is so beautiful.
He's definitely the toughest dog in the house.
Yeah.
My fiance wouldn't say that, but I got faith in Glitch.
Got 4 dogs. Holy
Yes, we
cow.
do. Glitch, Otto, Cupid, and Akita. Akita's the newest one. We got a little bully puppy. I had to put her to bed though. She gets pretty hyper.
Glitch's dog's a baby. Did you ever see Wreck-It Ralph?
I did, yeah. I watched it, yeah.
Is that where you got Glitch from?
No, I just kind of got it because the dad was the Chihuahua and the mom was the pit bull, so I figured
Yeah.
something went wrong there. I can't imagine that. And then
I just had a horrible image in my mind, so I don't know. I
yeah.
don't laugh about.
Your dad's
Cupid, don't forget Cupid.
Oh yeah. That's Olivia's dog. She got her for Christmas last year. She's a monster too.
Nice. Do you attribute your toughness to going through the service? And what branch of the service were you in?
Army. I went
Army?
Army. I signed up right out of high school. Did 2 years active duty and then 4 years reserve, and got out in March 2014. Yep.
So were you overseas?
No, I was only stationed down in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yep. No, never went overseas. No.
Man, you seem like you've seen some shit. You seem like a pretty tough guy, man.
Yeah, you could say.
What got you into fighting, and how did you end up doing MMA?
Something I've kind of always wanted to do, but around my area, we didn't really have a school for that. So I kind of found Eric in 2016. It was actually at his event. It was my first fight, and I just kind of, you might as well say I kind of walked right in off the couch. I didn't have a team or train or anything. I didn't even have a gym. I just kind of, the promoter, I can't even remember his name. He said, if you can make 155 pounds in 2 weeks, then you can fight. So I quit smoking, bought a punching bag, and I ran a lot. And in 2 weeks, I fought at 155 in 2016.
Is that the fight where I wrote that? So when I did that little write up, I was like, man, there's questions about his wrestling before he fought Mason Lewis. Was that fight? Is that the fight
Could have been. That was definitely the only fight. Yeah, that was I went in, I lost second round. It was a stoppage again.
Yeah, yep, that's the fight I saw too.
I was gassed after the first round. I stood up dead, and I was on top of the kid, and he just stood up like nothing happened. I was. But yeah, he kicked me well in the face. He did. You saw that? Did you see the fight?
Yeah, I saw the fight. So like before you fight and you come in K4, I commentate, so I break down the fight, so I kind of want to know how you fight, what's going to happen, what I should say about, and then it really helps me because I say stuff before you guys fight, and then it makes me look really smart because I've already seen you guys do it, and then you do it in a cage, and it's like, oh wow, he knows what he's talking about, but I really don't. I just watch tape.
Yeah. No, I think you do a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
We're kind of just.
What was that?
I said right now we're trying to in the gym we're trying to like critique my style a little bit, move it around, so it's kind of still up in the air there. We're trying to mix things up.
If you're ever interested, man, and you want like an outside opinion, I'll take a look at your stuff too. I won't do it publicly like I did the other one, but I would love to help you out, man, the best I can. I've been in the game a really long time, and I don't know. I would like to help all you guys if I can.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Charles Bacon wants me to ask you about Waverly.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh, thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. Best commentator ever. I never got to call one of your fights. Oh, I did call one of your fights because you fought in TNT. I think I did call one of her fight. I did call her fight. She was a tough little girl too. She's a 105 pounder, man. Holy cow. She her face was like as tough as your body.
Yeah.
So strong. Like her shoulder, like your shoulder didn't come out. Her face went. It's just stop punches, dude. She's so tough. Caveman's a stand-up dude. Pat makes little midget houses for midgets. So if you ever need a house, if you ever a kid that's a little bit short, he can help you out. Hell yeah. Oh, Batavia Down. So not TNT. That was Rich Mitchell show. Ground Force. Yep. Call a lot of fights. I forget sometimes. You're a tough dude. And that fight that you had down in Detroit, you showed how tough you are. That girl's tough. Pat Tone. He doesn't really make houses for midgets. He makes miniature houses or like 300 square feet. So you as a construction guy knows how small it is for a house. So that's pretty small. Yeah, the kickboxing fight. Yeah, I remember. I remember it as soon as you said it. She fought Shotzi Duran, and she gave up I think 20 something pounds too to fight her in kickboxing. And the
Nice.
girl's like 6'1" and she's like 5'0".
Tough.
Yeah. What's next for you, man? After this fight?
Well, we're gonna go into next year. I think I'm 30. I'm 32 now. I'm kind of getting up there. I figured next year, 2024, I wanna. Well, I'd like to go pro, but next year, the upcoming 2024, I'd like to get the belt for the 145-pound weight class. Like I want to fight more. I want to fight every month. I want to fight as much as I can next year because I
Yeah.
want to get there.
Well, we
That's-
already got another. K4's got another card in January already, so January
27th. Yep.
27th. They're already matching for it, so you can jump right back in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we got to win this time, get a win next time, and now we're 2-2 for a K4, and we're starting to like really look for title contention fights. You know, like it's not going to take too long. Keith's going to put on I think 6 or 7 shows this year, so and then if you fight like outside of K4 too, that's a lot of wins you can rack up pretty quick. Dude, you're so tough. I can't imagine like anything slows you down. You know.
No, I'm gonna keep going. If I could fight, I was telling Eric, I said if I could fight one weekend and the next weekend and the next weekend, I would do it.
Is that your dad? Is that Richard? Is that your
Yeah.
dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna fight on his birthday?
January 27th. Yeah. Yeah. I really didn't put that together until just now, actually.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Bring it down with me.
Pat, we'd love to see you back too. You're a big heavyweight. And at least you're not so hairy like the other guy. Amanda says you're gonna take it home this time. I've never wanted to see someone that wasn't my own fighter win in K4 more than I want to see you win. I truly, truly mean that. And I want you to have a lot of success in the sport, dude. You gave up your body for this organization, and man, I appreciate it. And I'm sure Keith does. You put on exciting fights. You're so damn tough, man. Like I want to see you win.
I appreciate it. No, yeah. I appreciate it.
What's your game plan going into this fight?
Well, I figure he's a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm gonna try to keep it standing. If we end up going down to the ground, we wrestle around. It's a no striking on the ground, I believe, this time.
Yeah, it's novice. It doesn't have any fights, right?
Yeah. So really, the plan is to take it slow, keep it standing. That's my plan. But
Do you think that helps you or hurts you, honestly?
I don't know. I was thinking that myself. I don't know. Usually we have a game plan, but Eric's always saying I don't listen to him in the corner. So when I get out there, it just kind of goes out the window, really. So it's hard for me, really. It's like instinct. Sometimes I'll do something else that I'm saying I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, I hear you there.
They didn't want me
I
to
always
kick
thought
when I was kicking, so they told me not to kick. This just happens.
yeah,
It's what he
it
got
does
the
happen.
leg off of was me kicking. He caught my leg and boom.
Yeah, it's so like as a coach, like coaching someone like you is so frustrating because like you come up with a game plan, you're like, this is how you're gonna win, and then the guy goes on and does something. But here's the thing, man, like this is what I've learned as a coach too. Like as a coach, you're the one going out there putting your body in line. You're the one that's gonna win or lose by what you do in the cage. You're the one that gets the wins or losses. like maybe it reflects on the gym if you got a bunch of fighters, but it reflects on you. So I've learned over time to relax a little bit and make sure that the fighters know what they're doing. They feel more than I see. But when you come back in the corner, you better listen to what I say in between rounds 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Like, because that's when the adjustments need to be made, and that's when the things that you can't see that I can see happen. So I would say be yourself out there, but listen to your coaches in between the rounds, and then do what they say when you come out for the second and third round, because they're seeing something that you're not seeing most of the
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
That's grandma's birthday too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're on the same day.
Win or lose, you're still a good fighter. He is most exciting, maybe one of the most exciting fighters in K4. He's definitely the most talked about fighter in K4. The Mason Lewis fight, we talked about that fight forever, like how you got out of everything, and you had Mason so frustrated, and you're like talking while he's trying to choke you, and
Yeah.
then the next fight, you're in a kimura, and you're like giving a thumbs up as your shoulders being like dislocated. Man, I have nothing but respect for you, and I really think you're a very entertaining fighter. There's not been one fight I've seen you have where I didn't have something to talk about, and that's pretty rare for amateur fights. Usually they're pretty forgettable. You have never had a forgettable fight, man, and I'm excited to have you on the podcast. Like, I'm like a little fanboy today, and I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
I do. I appreciate you bringing me on.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we sell you lots of tickets. Remember, the show is this Saturday. You can get tickets all over the place. It's called Arctic Blast. Tickets are out now. Put K4 and Travis's last name in there, and you will for sure give him credit for the ticket sales. You can try for the pay-per-view when you get the pay-per-view. For a promo code, put in Travis's last name as well. I'm not sure if the pay-per-view gives money to the fighters or not, but the pay-per-view gives money to me. So definitely get the pay-per-view if you're getting the pay-per-view. How many guys are in your gym?
It varies. It varies from day to day, actually. About 10, maybe 10 on a regular basis. Then some days it'll be jam packed. Other days it'll be a couple. So it really varies, but it's steady, solid.
How many fighters you got out of those 10?
Me and Corey.
Yeah.
I believe me and Corey are the only ones at the moment. I believe Christine too. He's having a hard time finding a matchup for her, I believe.
Yeah. So 2 guys and a girl. What weight?
Light.
Like 105, 115?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I got a 115, 125 pound girl too. So always opportunities.
There's a couple other guys down there. They're going to jiu-jitsu tournaments and stuff monthly. Yeah. Cool.
So you got some decent grappling going on then too. If you got guys doing tournaments, that'll definitely help you a lot too. How is your ground game?
I like to think I'm a pretty good wrestler. Yeah. There's some habits I need to break from wrestling to jiu-jitsu. There's things that I do in wrestling that I shouldn't do in jiu-jitsu. There's some bad habits I do.
Yeah, all us wrestlers, I started out wrestling too, wrestling high school and college, and I had a lot of bad habits I really had to break too. And it's for people that never did jiu-jitsu and they only wrestled, they don't understand like how difficult it is to break these habits and how bad they really are for jiu-jitsu, because a lot of times it gets your neck grabbed or put you in a bad spot, get you swept. Like you think you're doing, like you're pinning the guy like you were in wrestling, and now he's in your guard, and bad things happen. Like,
yes, every time. I'm working on that. But I believe my wrestling's pretty decent.
Good.
Jiu-jitsu, working on that.
I think that'll help you a lot more when you can ground and pound too. Because like if you can wrestle and you can just sit up and punch people in the face, it's a huge advantage as to for you guys that don't know, when you come to a fight, if you see guys with shin pads on, it means they can't punch their opponent in the face on the ground. It means one of the 2 fighters has less than 2 fights, 2 MMA fights, not even just 2 fights. They got like 20 kickboxing fights, and they got no MMA fights, and they still have to follow the amateur rules, which is a little bit silly, but I mean, I guess you could get like a guy that's got like 300 boxing fights, and he's still no ground and pound. He just sit there and hold you, and then you get back up, and then same thing happens again. Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid rule. I think you should always have ground and pound, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it wasn't like that in 2016 for my very, very, very first fight. Just kind of went in there and went right to war with that one.
Where did you fight? Where was that fight held on?
That was in Elmira, the first arena.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't even native land, huh?
I
Because
think it was Eric's promotion, I believe. Yeah.
Is
That's
that?
yeah.
That's not native land, right? That's just a regular.
Yeah, just a hockey rink. I believe what it is now, really.
I'm not sure when the rules changed. I'm not sure. It's when pro MMA became legal, the rules changed. That's when it changed. I think that was 2018.
Yeah.
You found out now. I found out 20 minutes beforehand.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Yeah. Anyways, like on native land, you can ground and pound, but you can't head kick. So there's no head kicks, but you can ground and pound. So like the rules are different everywhere you go. 2017. Thank you, Laura. 2017.
Oh, I just missed it, and that was I just missed that. Yeah.
All right. It's 9:30. I know you need to start wrapping up because Travis still has to go to work tonight, man. The working guy.
Yeah.
So one more.
Long night.
Yeah, and Shingard. Yeah, Shingard are stupid. And make sure they put K4 in Travis's last name. When you do this, you have to, when you buy the tickets, you have to go to summary, and inside summary is promo code. So click on promo code, put in RUVOLO, and Art of Combat. Yeah, and Travis will get credit for the ticket. Make sure that you guys do this, please, because then maybe he can work one less hour and train one more hour, and then that would help out quite a bit. Hopefully we have you back and I get to interview you. If I do get to interview you, I'm going to ask you about your puppy in the cage, because I do the post-fight interviews as well. And I'm going to talk about that kimura last time and how you're one of the toughest guys in K4. So I'm hoping I'm getting that exit interview with you. And thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you taking time out on fight week while you're cutting weight, and you still got to go to work to come on this silly little podcast and share your love with the fans, man. And we all appreciate you. K4 appreciates you. And, dude, I cannot wait to see you in the cage in just a few straight days.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. You want to plug your gym and you got any of your sponsors real quick?
Yeah, I got Vanderbilt LLC and CT Graphics. CT Graphics for any of your car needs, wraps, window tints, powdered rims. I said that right. And Vanderbilt LLC for any of your construction needs, remodeling, roofing, decks. It's all there.
Awesome, man. What about the gym?
Art of Combat, Owego, New York.
Got an address?
I don't have it at the top of my head. No.
Well, put it right into Google Maps. Put in Art of Combat. Hopefully it takes you to the gym and not the fight promotion. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. We're going to have the address in a second.
Art of Combat, 1518 Day, Hollow Road, Owego, New York.
Make sure you go there. Like, all those guys are tough. Corey's super tough. Travis is tough. Man, those guys do not play around. They may say they go light on each other, but they definitely don't go light in the cage. And their training and dedication to the sport really shows. And, man, thank you so much for being on the show. Cavemans Corner, thank you. Has thank yous to JCR Transport. Thank you so much for your generous donations. They're the ones that donate quite a bit of money for our end of the fight bonuses for the fighters. So JCR Transport, thank you so much. I love you to death, Ed Rogers. Ed Rogers owns the place. He's one of the best guys around. The gym name is cool. Art of Combat is also the promotion name. Super tough gym. Eric's a great guy. And we're also brought to you by OnlyFans Just the Cavs. So thank you, OnlyFans Just the Cavs. It's just calf pictures of a dude. It's not really that exciting, but it's not even linked. He just donated some money because he's the best, and I appreciate you too. And that's all I really got. Oh, we got one more comment. There's Jared. There's the OnlyFans guy. Jared hooks me up. Thank you so much, Jared. And With that, we're out here. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much. K4 Fighting. Doors are going to open at 6. Make sure you get your tickets. Tickets will be available at the door, but right now, go to the website and make sure you purchase tickets and put in K4 RUVOLO if you're listening online, so that we make sure that Travis gets credit for the ticket sales. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you for watching. This is the last K4 podcast before the fights. Not the last fights of K4 or the last podcast, just the last one till the fights. Weigh-ins Friday night, fights Saturday night. It's time. Let's go!